All right, so just out of curiosity, you guys said that you're focusing on your career and school and stuff like that. Do you guys think you're more attractive now or when you're done with your career and school and older?
Does that change?
I can't really say that. I don't know what I'll be like.
I'll never be done with my career.
No, but do you think you're more attractive right now or in 2 to 3 years when you're done with your career and making money?
I don't think I've reached my peak yet.
I don't think so either.
Wait, you're at 23?
23, yes.
You're at your peak right now.
Yeah, you are.
To you, but not to me.
Yeah.
I feel like I haven't reached my peak.
Okay,
You guys,
hold on.
boys might feel differently. That's fine.
How about this? Wouldn't it be fair to say that if you want to attract a man, you should know what men want typically?
Yeah.
True. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know.
So, like, for example, I want to play video games, and I just want to eat Cheetos and chill, right? I don't want to fucking go to work and
Is that
do all
high
this
value
shit.
though?
What is your
Hold
oldest?
on.
Oh.
But notice, if I want to go ahead and be attractive to women, I have to play the game about what women find attractive, right?
Yeah, you do.
All right, playing Cheetos and eating Cheetos and playing video games all day and whacking off. That's not necessarily attractive. So I have to realign the way I do things if I want to be attracted to the opposite gender.
Yeah.
But you guys are saying it as if I said I want to be married right now.
Yeah,
So when I want to be married,
you
I will
do.
focus on what I need to do to attract a man. But as of right now, because that's not my goal, I don't care what attracts a man.
But at that time, you're like, you're so old, man. Like,
Don't
old as
care. I
fuck.
guarantee you I'll still find someone.
Old is in 2 years.
Don't know, but I
you won't
guarantee
find a
you.
guy that you want, actually. Because, for example, right now you're 23, you're hot, more or less. So if you was to find a guy, you have all the leverage right now at 23. Because in his head, he's thinking like, oh, shit, she's 23. So I have to have time to really work with her. But I won't lie to you, girls who are over 30, they're a pain in the ass to deal with.
So can I say something then?
37 years from
If I'm
now.
doing something right now to attract a man, and hold on, I had a point where I was going.
No, I just find it, while you think of your thing, I just find it incredible that men have to understand women and do things to become attractive to women, but women are not willing to do what's required to be attractive to men. It's like, oh, I'm going to date on my timeline, which is cool. You could date on your timeline, but just understand your first choice might not want you back in return.
Can I ask you a question? What is required for you for a woman to be attractive? So you're saying we're not doing what we should be to attract a man. What is that? What do you think I should be doing on my day-to-day? Not going to work as much as I do. I'm asking you.
I'm not saying that, but what I am saying is that women tend to prioritize things that aren't necessarily important to men.
So what should I not prioritize in my life? Like I just told you everything about me that you know.
Your education.
I should not be prioritizing my education.
Your education and your education, your income, etc. These are not things that men typically care about.
So what if you leave us? What if you leave us? Right. What are we supposed to do?
How am I supposed to take care of myself?
If men leave you?
Yeah, like what are we supposed to do then? If we have no education.
Are you aware that women disproportionately initiate most breakups and divorces in America?
Doesn't matter. Yeah. What if you leave me?
So you say it doesn't matter,
myself?
Okay, so you said it doesn't matter, but how am I going to be able to get rent? My car.
Yeah.
You want me to be living with my mom, taking the bus, riding a bike?
Basing it off of
definitely not high value if I'm living with my mom.
Men aren't the ones initiating breakups. So realistically speaking, what do you mean it doesn't matter? That's absolutely matters.
But not every relationship.
That was the number one thing that you complained about.
Not every relationship has the girl broken up with the man.
Sometimes men don't leave, but they will definitely cheat before they leave.
He's saying
women
the majority
initiate
of the time,
80% plus.
That's fine, but what about the 20%?
Okay, so why
what am I supposed to do with
it?
myself? What if I'm a part of that 20%? Where I didn't initiate the breakup. What am I supposed to do with myself if I did not build that?
It's your fault that he broke up with you or something.
Yeah, that's your problem.
If a guy breaks up with you fucked up.
Right.
To be honest.
Right.
Men rarely break up with girls.
So you have a very narrow mindset.
So going.
Oh, hold on.
Damn,
it's not a narrow mindset.
So
it's
narrow.
looking at the numbers, figuring it out. If women are disproportionately ending relationships and marriages, etc., then that means that women have some kind of issue. It's not men ending it; it's women ending it.
Well, maybe women don't really
narrow-minded?
care about relationship nowadays. Maybe women want to thrive in their own way
For at least a little while. Like I don't think I want to be thriving on my own way, but it's just I would rather build myself up so that I can pay rent, so that I can keep working.
Yeah, that's fine.
So that I can work on my
You can
career.
prove yourself.
But you're just I'm sorry, like just going back on what you were saying. You think that I should live with my parents until I find my high value man.
Men
to
will
pay for
find
my
that more
rent?
attractive, yeah.
To live with my parents
Yeah.
at
So
23.
wait,
No.
so girls,
hold on.
You guys are
question.
clueless.
Wait, I'm sorry, but
So
going back
question.
to
Y'all are
wait,
clueless.
hold on, just 1 second. So you're just saying that might be more attractive to a man, but like I could not. I love my parents to death, but I could not, as a 23-year-old, live with my parents.
Yeah.
I have such a rigid schedule. I stick to a certain diet. I like to shop where I shop. I have my own schedule that doesn't match with my parents. So I live pretty far away from. I mean, 45 minutes is not super far, but like I like my distance. It makes me feel more adult. It forces me to
grow up,
build myself up. I would rather live on my own, but in order for me to do that, I have to build myself up. I have to work as much as I work. I have to get.
Men don't
my
care
education.
about these things though.
Right.
But
So
how
you're
many
saying-
men are going to take care of us?
Maybe.
Like men don't like. I get it that you're saying I have to build myself up and all this other stuff, but men don't care about that.
Wait,
Maybe we don't care what men think.
No, it's not that. It's
If
not
you
that.
want to lock
It's
one down, you
just-
should care what they think.
mean,
Maybe
I
I
don't
don't
care
want to
what
lock
they
one
think.
down. Maybe I just want to
I think
thrive
it
on my
depends
own.
what
So
point
the
of
streets
life
shall
you're
return.
at.
Okay.
Okay. So,
Maybe the streets are
Yeah,
not so
yeah,
bad
yeah.
after all.
If you're not concerned with what men want, then just be content with the fact that
that's
you're
not-
not going to be able to lock a guy down, and
And
you're just
that's
going to
totally fine.
be on the streets, and that's
Because
fine.
not all about life is relationships and sex. Maybe
I mean,
there's
you should be worried. You're
self-actualization.
29.
I'm not worried.
You should be worried, is what I'm saying.
Well, but I'm not, because that's not
Why
all
not?
that matters to me, because I have other goals besides
All right,
getting
so
and
what are your
being married
goals?
and having a family.
Well, we know
Self-actualization.
that women typically are fulfilled through relationships with a man and a family, not through career and accomplishments.
Sometimes self-actualization is more fulfilling than having a family. There's other ways to leave a legacy in the world without having children or a husband.
How would you leave that legacy then?
How?
Through beautiful
Music?
music. Yeah, music. People get inspired by music. Whatever art, beautiful, like
Okay.
the community that you build around you, like the people that you can reach, and the lives that you can change. It's not all about sex or
Okay.
family or marriage in the
That might
society
be
anymore.
for you, but I would argue most women would get most of their fulfillment from children and a family, not career and accomplishment.
Yeah.
I understand that, and I
Okay.
respect those women.
Okay,
And
that's a majority.
but again, you say society is changing now, and a lot of women now don't really care about that stuff no
And
more.
they're single. They're
Yeah, social
coping.
norms don't
Yeah.
adhere to biological reality. So, for example,
Yeah.
let's be honest here, right? So, we live in a world where there's police out there, you have the welfare state, you have all these things to take care of you, etc. So, why do women still want a guy that's taller than them? Why do women still want a guy that's stronger than them? Why do they want a guy that's still confident and ambitious and muscular? Why do they want a guy that's, has competence?
Yep.
Well, it's because in your bird brain, right? In your
Reptile
hindbrain, in your
brain.
hindbrain, you still are attracted to these things. So even though you have all these modern conveniences that take care of security, provisioning, etc., you still want a man to have these things.
Yep.
So I always say biology overrides social norms.
Yeah, we are animals at the end of the day. We all gotta get our own significant other at some point or another.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that in this society, it's not a priority for a lot of women. I'm not talking about me, because I'm really like a sentimental person. So I really want to have somebody that I can share my thoughts and my ideas and my life with. But some women don't prioritize that and say,
And-
"Oh, I'm just gonna be alone for the rest of my life."
No. Well, those women think they can push their, their age to a certain extent. Like, for example, you three of me want to be boss babes, right? Now, all of a sudden, you're 35, and then you're like, you know what? Now I want a man. We've had women on this panel that cried, you know what? If I was 22, 23, 24, I would take everything, I did backwards just to actually improve, to be a better wife, a future wife. Because at the end of the day, like, you girls are like, you know what? I'm gonna be a boss babe and then look for a man. You girls should be in training right now to look for a man. Because a guy sees you and say, all right, cool. Why should I hire you to be my wife? Like, why should I choose you to be my wife? And you're like, fuck, I don't care, fuck that. I'm in the club where girls trip, 3 of us out here tripping. That's like, then he sees you, he's like, you know what? I'm gonna fuck her, but like, she has no qualities to be a wife.
I mean, to a certain extent, I will sometimes think about going back and changing some of the things that I've done in the past, but those things that I've gone through made me mold myself into the person I am today and actually realize what I'm doing right or what I'm doing wrong. Some women be like, "Oh, I wish I could go back."
Yeah, but
But why would you go back? You already did it.
Yeah, but most girls aren't as young as you right now. Right now, you're 22, right? Like, you still, and you're attractive, more or less. But it's one of
Excuse me?
Yeah, more or less. But it's one of those things where the more you talk, it's like, I hear you, I'm like, all right, cool, I'm talking. But it's like, it's one of those things where you have to realize, start young. Like, don't wait till you're 30 and then all of a sudden, like, biology is kicking you in the fucking womb, right? Well,
I mean,
ovaries, I don't know.
Not everybody grows in the same pace. I feel like some.
Listen. Everyone, if I have a daughter, I'm like, yo, you have to fucking do the shit. Like, be a wife early. Like, train for this shit. I will put her through the Olympics.
Not everybody has that paternal figure, though.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, just my advice to give most women is to do that. You three want to be boss babes. Like, that's cool and everything. But like, why even go towards that route if guys don't give a fuck? Like what he said. Like I don't give a fuck.
All right, let's make this simple for the ladies so they can understand it. Did you have something before I go into this?
Yeah,
go ahead, please.
So like, then why are we So your analogy that you used earlier, like why are we starting at 18? Like I'm still, no matter that I'm legal now, I still have like a very girl mindset. Like that's when you're just finishing school, everything. Like you haven't even tried to be a woman yet necessarily. Like you haven't gone out into the world. You don't know what it's like yet. I feel like right now where I'm at, like 23, I feel like this is like the most, obviously because it is the most grown I've been, but I feel the most grown that I've been. Like at 18, my mindset was not marriage, this, that, and the third. It's, oh my God, I just graduated high school.
And think about
Congrats to me.
Sorry.
But now I'm like out of college, I'm working. It's like, okay, now I can look for these things. Like just using your specific analogy, like at this age, I think this would be my best age to possibly do what you're saying.
And as an 18-year-old, who are you supposed to be dating? Guys that are older? Or like think about guys
I was
at 18.
using extreme to illustrate a point, but we'll continue.
But so
Yeah.
am I supposed to be dating people as an 18-year-old? Are you supposed to be dating somebody that's older? Because how many high-value guys do you know that are 18
Yeah, like
years old?
7 to 10 years above you, yeah.
But all you really know, like if you're thinking about 18 years old, that's high school. All you know is high schoolers. How am I supposed to go out as an 18-year-old and meet a guy who's
I can't even get
I don't know, 20-something, who's a high
That's
value?
a blank slate. You know what I'm saying? I used to be a teacher. I taught high school, and the high school girls who are 18 right now, like both of you guys, like girls think the same.
Wait,
like
where do
you guys are reading way too much into the 18. We're doing this to display an extreme example, but the point I'm trying to make here is not necessarily the age. It's that men value innocence. You understand?
Yeah.
Men
because
value
they want
youth
to
and
groom
innocence.
them.
Sure.
Okay, well, I wouldn't say groom. I would say coach her to be. You got to train her to be a good girlfriend.
That's grooming.
What's your definition of innocence?
Not
No
being a whore.
bodies.
Not having
Yeah.
trauma.
Literally zero bodies.
Like
Emotional
having less bodies, having less trauma. I mean,
Emotional
if
damage.
you guys want to call it grooming, you could call it grooming, but I consider it training because I think for a girl to be the best girlfriend to you, you have to train her to be the best that she could be. Women need leadership.
So
a
what-
woman without instruction is headed for destruction.
So what's the difference between training and grooming, in your opinion, then?
Well, training, there's a purpose at the end, right? If I told you, hey, you're going to go ahead and compete in this sporting event in 6 months from now, you would be training every day for that event, correct? To be at your best for that event, correct? I think look at it the same way for a woman. She needs to train to be her best for that man. You know, I find it absolutely ludicrous that women are willing to go to a job and train for a job or train at the gym or train for all these other things that institutions that don't necessarily give a fuck about her. But if I say, hey, you should be training for your man, they look at me like I'm crazy and that's misogynistic. No. The man is probably going to be the most important component in your life because that's going to lead you to a family. That's going to lead you to overall happiness. That's going to lead you to overall satisfaction. Women don't derive satisfaction from success and money. They derive it through family and children.
Yep.
When two men meet, they shake hands and share, what is your career? When two women meet, they hug and say, do you have a family? Do you have kids?
Yep.
So men and women are not the same. So I look at it like that's what women should be prioritizing because you have a finite amount of time. And I'm going to ask you guys this. Let's say you have a 21-year-old woman and a 21-year-old man. Both parties make $100,000 per year. Who has more power in the sexual marketplace or the dating marketplace? The man or the woman?
The woman.
21 years old. The woman. Cool. 25 years old. Both make $100,000 per year. Who has more power in the dating marketplace? The man or the woman?
The woman.
Okay. What are you shaking?
I have no idea.
I'm
The
gonna
woman.
say the. I'm gonna say the man.
I'm
actually.
gonna say, yeah,
25?
I was gonna say the man.
I was gonna say the
woman.
man. I
Okay.
think the
Okay.
man at any age with.
Well,
the
it's
most money.
arguable. It's
25
arguable
for
that it
always.
could be both. But okay, 30 years old. Both of them make $100,000 per year. Who has more value in the dating marketplace? The man or the woman?
The woman.
Man.
You think the man now?
I think man.
I feel
Okay.
like, yeah.
I'm gonna
So
stick
I'm
with
women.
starting to shift a bit. Okay, 35 years old, both making $100,000 per year. Who has more command in the dating marketplace at this point? The man
Always
or the
the
woman?
woman. As long as the woman makes the same amount as a man, she will always have more power than.
Okay. Anyway,
Alright.
so the rest of you think it's the man, right? Okay. Now 40 years old. 40 years old making $100,000 per year, both. Who has more power in the dating game? The man or the woman?
I'm always gonna stick with
The
man.
The man,
Man,
right?
yeah.
Okay. As I go up in 5-year increments, will the woman ever overtake the man?
I would say no.
No, right?
No.
So wouldn't it be fair to say that you have a finite amount of time to find the best guy that you can? About 10-year window. Based on what we just talked about.
So what's that window between 20 to 30?
Yes. And you guys just literally agreed with me.
Well, that should be
Shout out to
when
Kevin Samuels.
that
It's
should
like-
be when girls
RP.
gonna get married.
Like,
though.
like I literally just proved it just now. Like in every scenario, the woman has the leverage in her 20s, and then as you get to 30, the man starts to get the leverage, and it never comes back to the female.
But I think that's fine when we start increasing the age. But you guys, as guys, have to give us that time to build ourselves. Is what I'm saying. Like you're making it from 18 to 22, but I think we should be focusing on ourselves at that point. And then once
But
we
this
get
isn't
older,
my opinion. They polled men from 18 to 60 years old, and they found that men
Right.
universally,
I'm just saying
regardless
what
of
I
culture,
think it should be. Is what I'm saying.
who cares what you think it should be? I'm telling you what is. Like this. Hold on. This is a terrible thing that women typically do. Oh, I don't like these rules. I'm gonna change them. It should be like this.
Let's do
well,
it.
You know what?
Let's
How
do
about
it.
this? Y'all should go ahead and date homeless guys that are 5'2".
Go ahead.
That's how it should be. They should get a chance too.
Go do it.
Come on, man.
Go.
Give them a chance.
It sounds like you want to date
Like
the
all these
homeless
guys.
women.
No.
Wait, you literally said you
No. Like, because I'm literally just using your analogy. Like you're saying, oh, it shouldn't be that way. But by the same accord, I could say, y'all should go ahead and give short guys a chance. Y'all should give broke guys a chance. Y'all should give all these guys that aren't necessarily the most attractive a chance. But you don't though.
But we do though.
Not really.
But
No,
you do.
we do.
You're single.
Guy,
Yes.
maybe, but
So like I find it incredible
What does that
how
mean?
girls don't like the rules,
If-
and then they think that society should bend to their whim on what they want. And I'm telling you, you guys would never do that for us.
Yeah.
Would you date a homeless woman?
Men and women aren't the same.
Wait,
Would you
would
date
you?
a
It's would you
homeless
date
woman?
Yeah, it's
Yes
would
or
you.
no?
I'm just asking a question. I don't want you to
Oh,
get
me?
frustrated. Both
Would
of
you
y'all
both?
guys.
Both of y'all can answer.
Would you date
I mean,
a homeless person?
listen, if she's homeless and I'm making money, like just be
There's
my
no
home.
way.
Why is she homeless? Why is she homeless?
Listen, it doesn't matter.
What's her background? What's her baggage?
It doesn't matter.
This is
You
incredible.
know what? It's rare to meet a woman who's homeless nowadays.
It's hot
rare.
to you?
It's
You
rare.
like that?
Okay, and
There's a
No,
reason
it's not
why.
rare. No,
There's a
it's
reason.
not rare.
Let's
Actually,
get it. Oh, he's
actually, there's a lot of homeless
ladies,
people.
there's a reason why a man that's a king can marry a peasant and turn her into a queen, and doesn't work the other way around. Like if the girl's attractive and not a whore, like yeah, that guy will take her in probably. But
What
it
if
won't work
she-
the other way around. That's
But
my
how
point.
How's she attractive if she's I mean, she doesn't have the
Section
abilities that what?
Huh?
Never mind, go ahead.
How
what?
is a homeless person who doesn't have
I mean, this
the
is an extreme
abilities to like, take
example.
care of
Section
herself? I
8.
mean, it is very extreme. It's a very
The
hypothetical.
point I'm
but
trying to illustrate is that men don't care about women's resources in general. That's all I'm trying to highlight.
I mean, but why is it extreme when we ask for it, but it's not extreme when you ask if we would date a homeless man?
Because y'all would, I'm trying to illustrate that her situation was wild because she said, well, it shouldn't be that way that men prefer younger women. And then I countered with saying, well, it shouldn't be that way that women want shorter guys. They want taller guys. So like, I can't sit around and change the rules on what women want. Like, so why is it that women think that they could change the rules on what men want?
I don't think we can change the rules. It's just what we
So
would
then why are you saying
prefer.
should?
Because I have an opinion just like everybody else.
All right,
Well, it's not going to change though.
That's fine. I didn't say let's change it right now. I just said what I.
It's
what I
never
think
gonna
it would
change.
be. That's okay. You're not hearing me.
It's
I'm just saying what I would prefer.
okay.
if you're giving hypotheticals, I think
Right.
she was just
we
trying
can,
to give another
yeah,
hypothetical.
it's just
Okay.
we're doing
A
it.
hypothetical that is
Hold
not
on.
based in reality whatsoever.